The land of origin, the council hall. Inside the council hall, there is a black round table. The entire table is crystalline, made from the largest piece of dark realm crystal ever discovered in the infinite primordial space, invaluable, worth several ancestor-level corpses. Only the cultivator camp could produce such rare treasures. In the weaker forces within the infinite primordial space, possession of such a treasure would likely lead to the doom of the entire race. The cultivator camp, as one of the three major camps in the infinite primordial space. Despite being suppressed by the largest force, the innate primordial life camp, for endless eras, the strength of the cultivator camp is also universally acknowledged. Beside the round table are 8 chairs, also crafted from dark realm crystal. There, 8 figures descended into the council hall. Yuan, Jin, Wulan, Minghuang, Naigu, Starlight, Moman, and Luofeng each took their seats. These 8 are the highest ranking existence within the cultivator camp, deciding the fate of countless cultivators. Sitting on the dark realm crystal chair, Luofeng instantly sensed a spacetime formation. The spacetime formation, with the black round table as its core, connects the entire spacetime net. In an instant, the 3,600 world groups within the spacetime net fell within the sensing range. Even though some world groups had been overrun and the spacetime net thereby damaged, the spacetime net from past timelines was still intact and could still survey the realm. Seated here, Luofeng observed the 3,600 world groups, innumerable source worlds, countless ordinary worlds, whether intact or ruined, each reflecting in his mind. The council hall finally has an additional seat. Yuan looked at Luofeng, smiling brightly. It's been so difficult. After endless ages, we've finally welcomed a new lord. It's really too slow for our cultivator camp to birth a lord, Jim remarked with emotion. After all, mastering the highest power, Tao, is of course much harder than for those ancestors, said Starlight. For ancestors, their emergence is relatively easier. During this war, several ancestors emerged. After the war, digesting some of the gains, ancestors will have some improvements. First, allocate the spoils of this war. Yuan chaired the meeting, stating, "In this war, we killed a total of 11 ancestors. This is unprecedented, haha. Before this war, we had only killed 14 ancestors over endless eras," Wulan marveled, "and in this war alone, we killed as many as 11. The tide has turned," Starlight smiled. Thanks to Luofeng, Naigu sighed. Initially, we were retreating one step at a time. It was Luofeng's breakthrough that greatly increased our overall strength. His joining allowed us to kill 8 ancestors in a short time. After Luofeng became a lord and suddenly joined the battle, it immediately led to the demise of 3 ancestors. Later, when Luofeng was forcibly captured by the ancestors' side and separated from his own faction, Luofeng's then 10.8 billion origin explosion indirectly resulted in the demise of 5 ancestors. All thanks to Minghuang, Luofeng said. Within the situation where Starlight Lord and the Infinite Snake Ancestor and Mother of Spacetime were mutually restraining each other, although Starlight Lord remained superior, it was difficult to deliver a fatal blow to those ancestors. Minghuang's thunder, powerful and terribly condensed, strikes swiftly, strikes if it moves. These 3 aspects caused many ancestor deaths, all reaped by Minghuang. Those ancestors struggled against you all with all their might. I simply delivered the final blow. Minghuang laughed. First allocate the spoils of war. Yuan laughed as he said, 11 ancestors' corpses. Each lord gets a 10th. The rest are reserved at the land of origin for the entire cultivator camp. Even though each lord's contribution varied, and even Luofeng had not participated in the battle of the demise of 3 ancestors, the distribution of the cultivator camp has always been thus. As long as one participates in part of the battle, the spoils of war are evenly distributed. Among the 8 lords present, besides Lord Naigu who particularly needed materials from ancestor corpses, the other lords were all meditating on the Tao, not in urgent need of ancestor materials. These 11 ancestors also carried many treasures with them. The old rules still divide evenly. The remainder is for the camp as a whole. Yuan also produced those treasures. The lords all casually selected a portion, unless urgently needed. There would be no scramble. The ancestors had to fight with their true bodies. Without a life core, avatars are too weak, not even 30% of their strength. In this level of war between the two major camps, it's essentially meaningless. Like Starlight, merely reducing 3% of energy reserve diminished his role significantly in the war. This shows that in the war between the two major camps, one must be sufficiently strong enough to be dazzling, to play a discernible role. When Luo Feng had pinnacle energy reserve, his recovery was terrifying, powerful in close combat, and could seize opportunities to execute fearsome forbidden techniques. Once the energy reserve diminishes greatly, a decline in all aspects. The ancestors, being internally divided at the time with strong anti-war sentiment, if they had attacked with full strength, it would have been possible to defeat Luo Feng's main battle avatar remaining with only 20% energy reserve. Of course, even a temporary victory, the Eight Lords could still recover and return in full force. This is also why many ancestors were anti-war. War spoils allocation complete, Yuan said. Let's move on to the next agenda. With the birth of a new lord, our cultivator camp must reallocate territory according to the rules and redistribute subordinates. Yuan looked at the other lords, and the present lords all listened attentively. First, the Dark World Group, as Luo Feng's homeland, will become his absolute territory, Yuan said. Secondly, each lord has the responsibility to guard the border and thus needs to bear part of the world groups on the border. In the air above the round table began to appear a miniature of the 3,600 world groups. Yuan began the allocation. 8 lords, each uses their absolute territory as a guide, ultimately extending to the borders. Each lord's territory somewhat resembles the shape of a twisted fish. I need the Qingzhong World Group. Lord Minghuang spoke. She drew her hand across, claiming 3 world groups and simultaneously yielding the others. The previous 7 lords, having invested a lot of effort across vast territories, held some world groups as uniquely significant to them, and opened their mouths one by one, making slight adjustments to their territories. Only Luo Feng, who hadn't invested effort in other world groups, was open to slight adjustments in his territory. Does everyone have no objections? Yuan looked at the 7 lords and nodded slightly. Good, since no one has objections. Then this territory division is settled. With territory allocation completed, adjustments to the subordinate world-level primordial and high-level primordial life forms are necessary as well. Yuan said, the high-level primordial life within the territory naturally belongs to the Lord's command. As for the world-level primordial, if a Lord's disciple, they belong to the respective Lord. Without master-disciple or such special relationships, they are divided according to territory. The 7 lords had no objections. Many world-level primordials received the cultivation from lords before breaking free from the braided cage. About 1/3 truly apprenticed. Luo Feng, as a new breakthrough, naturally hadn't accepted any world-level primordial disciple yet. Under my command, there are 23 world-level primordials, over 10,025,000 high-level primordials. Luo Feng looked at the final allocation plan, which included 20 captured world-level primordials and over 8 billion captured high-level primordials. This will saw significant increases in the number of captives for the cultivator camp as well. Luo Feng, your cultivator world-level primordials are slightly fewer. Yuan smiled. Those little ones within the braided cage, you can cultivate them more. Train several as world-level primordial disciples. Naturally, they become yours. Luo Feng understood. The other 7 lords had invested countless efforts in cultivation. Being slightly less himself was reasonable too. I'll slowly cultivate them in future. Luo Feng said. No objections regarding this allocation plan. Yuan looked at his partners. With no objection, I'll distribute the plan now. Once confirmed, they had to notify the cultivator camp's world-level primordials and high-level primordials. After all, territories were divided, subordinates allocated. Future authority responsibilities needed to be reassessed. Distribute it, no objections. The 7 lords confirmed this matter. Then we begin the third agenda. Yuan continued. With the emergence of a new lord, we must determine how our cultivator camp will cultivate younger generations in this new era. Cultivation strategies were jointly discussed and decided by the 8 lords. Firstly, reclaim a large number of resources from all world groups. Lord Moman said, previously, since all world groups might fall completely, vast resources were released freely for exchange. Now the war has ended. Naturally, changes must be made. Many world groups might perish. Countless creatures might go extinct, giving them broader exchange rights, a greater hope to break free from the braided cage. But now territory is secured. Those divine emperor-level cultivators have endless lifespans, seeking resources. The difficulty naturally increases greatly. With such free exchange, indeed, our cultivator camp cannot afford it. Lord Naidu said, need to consider the long term. While lords were discussing in the hall, the territory division plan, cultivation division plan, were disseminated to every world-level primordial, high-level primordial life form in the land of origin. The entire land of origin, a massive number of cultivators, received the news. At this moment, Xianlang and her friends gathered together. They also received the news. Our cultivator camp has birthed the 8th Lord Luo Feng. 8 lords joined forces, completely won this war. Guangu Shifeng Doist. Dianlang. A total of 23 world-level primordial life forms. Please proceed to Sky Moon Sea Cave Mansion. Waiting for Lord Luo Feng's audience. Xianlang stared blankly at the message. Lord Luo Feng. The horned man Guanyu was immensely excited, unexpectedly. While we worried about war, our cultivator camp birthed a new lord. The news of the new lord's birth was kept entirely confidential. Lord Luo Feng already partook in battle, and the war is even over. Victory in war, only then was it made public. Shifeng Daoist also excited. We must hurry now, head to Sky Moon Sea Cave Mansion. Waiting for Lord Luo Feng's audience. Let's go. Guanyu looked at the side companion, urging, Brother Xianlang, what's on your mind? Hurry up, it's our first audience with Lord Luo Feng. Such an opportunity can't afford any negligence. So, Xianlang replied, somewhat dazed, immediately set out with companions, heading to the Sky Moon Sea Cave Mansion. At this moment, Xianlang somewhat understood why his breakthrough hadn't prompted a summon from the Lord.